your horn tingling? Let's rub horns. Horns up, horns up, horns up, horns up, horns up. We are Unicorn Podcast.
Hey guys, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the basement. Dusters, basement dwellers, buttercups, one and all. Here we are. We're going to call this Duster Club today an economic nuclear winter. Yeah, we'll have some doom and gloom. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. And of course, we'll do a focused segment on our good friend Unicorn Fart Dust, UFD. We got a lot of exciting things to talk about there as well. Much for which to be optimistic. But first, I want to share a little story with you. It was like 2 days ago, I happened upon this article. I don't know if you realize this, but remember the Los Angeles fires? Maybe 7-8 weeks ago, these massive fires that devastated major areas of Los Angeles. I didn't realize this, but a lot of people actually lost their cryptocurrency during that. I mean, what good is it to own cryptocurrency if you lose it all? Trust me, I've been down that road. It's no fun. Okay, but apparently when these fires, and they like melted the earth, horrible situation. Our heart still goes out to these people, but a lot of people had their private keys destroyed. Not just people that had their private keys written on paper, but even articles that I read that said people that had used those metal plates, they couldn't find the metal plates, or the metal plates were actually rendered unreadable by the intensity of the heat. And it got me thinking, like, wow, and I'm sure you're the same way. You guys, most of you know more about crypto security than I do, but it was like, is it really safe? Like, what are you going to do? I have a possible solution. It popped onto my radar screen yesterday. I'm going to share it with you in just 1 second, but let's go out and take a look at a couple of these articles that are out there. Here we go. And boom. I just did an easy Google search of crypto lost in the Los Angeles fires. Look at all these articles. Grandmother loses her house and Bitcoin private keys in the Los Angeles fires. A tragic story emerged from Los Angeles where a 70-year-old woman lost both her home and her entire savings, which were stored in cryptocurrency. Here, Bitcoin owner. We'll go back to that one from Forbes. But I had never thought about this, right? That like a fire. But I have a possible solution. I'll give you a couple the ideas that I came up with, but I got one that you may have never heard of or never thought of. Los Angeles in flames when cryptos go up in smoke. Okay, so here, let's just read this one real quickly from Forbes. Uh-oh. Am I hitting a paywall? No, thanks. I don't want to subscribe. I thought this was free. Here, Bitcoin owners, a devastating California fires are a wake-up call. And that's not Bitcoin owners. That's Unicorn Fart Dust. That's anybody that owns crypto, right? The fires ravaged and left behind apocalyptic landscape of destruction, 12,000 structures. As residents returned to their places they once called home, they faced overwhelming task of rebuilding their lives. Amid the devastation lies a less discussed but equally important casualty: Bitcoin self-custody. The cryptocurrency community, and this is any crypto self-currency, has long championed the mantra, not your keys, not your coins, but natural disasters like these expose a critical flaw in common storage practices. Many Bitcoiners or crypto owners store their seed phrase on paper, an option that provides zero protection against fire. Fireproof bags and safes are better than nothing, but also are not so reliable that one should trust them to protect large amounts of wealth. Even those who opted for seemingly indestructible metal storage plates face a sobering truth. When your home is reduced to rubble, retrieving that metal plate becomes a hazardous or even impossible task. All right. So, and it talks about standing, smoldering. So this is a hot topic in the crypto world, right? So what are the options? I do know that channel sponsor Ledger, okay, has an option. It's called Ledger Recover. It's a subscription-based product that you could check out. All right. Now there's the other option. You could store your seed phrase in a safety deposit box. But a lot of crypto people, again, they're kind of like the silver and gold people. And they're like, if you don't hold it, you don't own it, right? If you don't have that seed phrase. So they're not as comfortable having a counterparty. That's called counterparty risk, right? Another person that they're relying on, be it a bank, whatever, right? Another option, okay? And this is a company that I had done affiliate work with in my gold and silver maxi period. But another option that you probably have never heard of and never thought of, but it dawned on me yesterday, like this is a real option, is the DirtyMan SAFE. And let me show you what the DirtyMan SAFE is. I'm trying to decide, but I'll just show you in person what it is. Here. This, my friends, is the DirtyMan SAFE. What is it, you may ask, right? It is this right here. This is the DirtyMan SAFE. You bury it in the ground. You hide it. You bury it in the ground in your yard. It opens up on the bottom. I wonder what's inside this DirtyMan SAFE. And this thing is robust. And oh, there's a unicorn in there. Everybody say hello to the unicorn. But these are super high quality. And I'm going to show you some pictures of how you do it. Buriable safes. I do have a discount code right there, Ron10, when you go to their website to check these out. This is called the Dirty Girl. It's the smaller one. They have bigger one, the Dirty Man, and then they have I think it's called the Dirty Granddad, which is like a really big one. And I'm hearing that they may be coming out with an even bigger one in the future. But you hide this in your art. Now think about this. Think about this. If you were in Los Angeles, okay, if you were in Los Angeles and these fires came through and destroyed everything, right, knocked everything down, if you had this is the sleeve, you dig a hole, you put this down this is down in the ground. Imagine this is the surface of the earth. You seal this thing up, you put it down in there, okay? You put this lid over it, and it is all extremely robust. When they sent this to me, the first thing that I noticed, guys, was the quality, okay? And it's heavy, okay? But you bury it in the ground's up here, and when you need to get to it, you dig it up. I'm just saying, right? Cryptocurrency people might have something that they might want to bury in their yard. Where did the pirates bury their treasure, right? In the ground, okay? If a fire comes through, and this is a foot or two below the surface of the earth, it's going to be safe. All those people in Los Angeles, I guarantee you, right? I'm not, look, there's no such thing as perfect safety. And I'm not a crypto security guru. You know that, but I'm learning. But all those people in Los Angeles, I guarantee you, right, that may have lost their crypto keys would have been happy to have a DirtyMan SAFE. Let's go out. I'm going to show you real quickly some pictures, and then we're going to get to the economic nuclear winter, and of course, we're going to talk specifically about our friend Unicorn Fart Death. So here's the website, DirtyManSafe.com. There is a 10% off code, Ron10, that you can use, and I think there's a link in the description of this video as well. There might even be some other offers you can check out. But there's the DirtyMan SAFE I just showed you. Okay, so there's a picture. Okay, you dig a hole, right? You dig a hole. There's the sleeve. You put the sleeve into the hole, and then you lower the DirtyMan SAFE with whatever you choose to put in there into the sleeve. You put the cap on top. You cover it up with dirt, okay? And then you remember, and there's a lot of other stuff that comes with this, amongst which are like a grid map, so you need to remember where you bury this. and then it's buried. When you want to get it out, you just dig off the dirt on top. It's super high quality, guys. It's all stainless steel. It's got that cable handle that you use to pull it up out of the ground, and there it is. All right, now I will tell you this, because I was the same way. I'm like, well, I could just do that myself. I could just build that myself. I'm going to tell you one last time. This thing, and there's patents that are pending on it, as far as I understand as well. This thing, and this is the small one, is robust. I'm a do-it-yourself guy. You can ask Susie. I'll do anything, fix anything I can. I really don't think that I could make this. And by the time I did, and there's the unicorn, by the time I made it myself, I don't think that it would, that the cost and time involved would be worth it. And again, to me, it's just another thing to consider when it comes to security. Gold and silver, people like it because they can put gold in it and bury it in their yard. It protects against floods, fires, all that. Having a safe, that's another option. People say, well, I have a safe. And, I don't have a safe. I don't keep my crypto in the house. I don't keep any precious metals in the house. Okay. Everything's kept off site. But when you have a safe, and safes I'm not putting safes down, but a safe is a target, right? I mean, let's be real. So, hiding something, obviously you don't want to broadcast to the world where you're hiding your DirtyMan safe. So just an idea, because I didn't realize that all these people in Los Angeles had lost their Bitcoin, because when the fires came through, even a lot of the people that had it written on those metal card things, right? What a heartbreaking situation. So I wanted to share that with you. Economic nuclear winter. We're going to get to that. I want to read you something from David Satoshi, right, regarding our friend Unicorn Fart Dust. By the way, guys, horns up, dusters. Thank you for being here this morning. We got a lot to look forward to. We have a bright future ahead of us, and it's a big deal when you're here. Thank you. Please retweet this, share it on social media. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. We want, everything's free here. So we want you to come back. We want you to feel like you're part of this community, because you are part of this community, right? The basement dweller community, the duster community, right? We are welcoming people. We want good people here. So if you consider yourself a good, welcoming person, please subscribe to the channel. I'll be here every day. We want you to feel like you got a little home away from home, because you do. Let's talk about what David Satoshi had to say about our friend Unicorn Fart Dust. And I thought this was an outstanding post. Okay, he says, my honest take on Unicorn Fart Dust. People are asking me what's happening with UFD. And here's how I see it. You can wear a bearish goggles and say everything is collapsing, the market is in free fall, and this is the end. Or you can zoom out, stay rational, and realize this is a natural market correction. Shaky projects are getting flushed, and only the strongest will survive. The bear view, with the red dot there, says the global market is reacting to the U.S. tariff policy. Risk on assets like crypto, especially altcoins and meme coins, get hit first. Yes, we get hit hardest, right? That's just the way these things work. The smaller cap stocks in the stock market get hit hardest. The big companies get hit, but the smaller companies get hit exponentially more. Same thing in the crypto sector, as we all know firsthand. Stocks are down. People are rushing for liquidity. This could get worse before it gets better. The bull view, short term, ugly, long term, opportunity. This is where the real gains are made, by picking the survivors. We saw it with Bitcoin. We saw it with XRP. We even saw it with Pepe. Each looked dead before they came roaring back. Unicorn Fart Dust isn't just another meme coin. It's something rare. Okay, it's a unicorn, guys. It is a once in a lifetime opportunity. There will never be another Unicorn Fart Dust. If you heard, like, people, it's interesting. I've heard some big people say, right? Like, oh, the market's horrible. We need another unicorn fart dust to come along. It's like, no, we have unicorn fart dust. There can never be another UFD. This is it. This is our chance. Okay. We're a real community with a visible leader. What's that mean? And measurable social dominance. That foundation matters. It means UFD has a real shot at survival and growth. We've got three choices. Number one, panic sell and exit if you think it's over or need cash. Two, hold if you're frozen and hate selling at the bottom. Or three, accumulate if you believe in UFD long term and buy when others are afraid. Technically, we're seeing historic lows in the RSI. That's the relative strength index, and the stochastics RSI. We're in the C wave of a major wave 2 correction. This is all technical analysis stuff. Timing the bottom is tough, but this setup looks a lot like what we saw in early stage Bitcoin, XRP, and Pepe. Truth is, 90% of meme coins won't survive, but a few will. And I believe the Solana-based one that makes it out is Unicorn Fart Dust. Because of Ron. Because of the community is what I believe. I'll do my part, guys, but because of the community and because memes only die if we let them. And guys, I'll ask you that question, right? Right? We are going to thrive. We aren't going to let this thing die. I mean, we are UFD. Okay. Thank you, David. Save this tweet and check back. Thank you, David. I want to ask you a question, Dusters. Feel on top of your head. Do you feel it? Do you have a horn up there? Is there a horn? There is here. You can ask Susie. Okay. Horns up, guys. We got a lot going on, a lot to be optimistic about, and right, at the end of the day, this is up to us. This is up to our belief, our sense of belonging. And what I see out there in the community, right, in a period of utter destruction that's been going on, right, in the stock market, in the crypto world, is strength. A community that continues to forge and move forward. By the way, we're going to do a spaces here at 10 o'clock. And by the way, I forgot to tell you, my disclaimer, this is not financial advice. Don't buy or sell anything, including a safe that you bury underground, a meme coin, a stock, a bond. Don't do anything based on anything I say. I just come down here to connect with you, right, to be part of this community and share with you my truth. I do own, in full disclosure, what to me is a huge amount of unicorn fart dust. I also own some gold and silver mining stocks. I'm very transparent with everybody about everything, but I have a big, huge investment personally in unicorn fart dust. So when I'm talking about it, you can rest assured that my horn is aligned with your horn. Horns up, Dusters. You want to rub horns? Yeah, you guys love that. I know it's corny, but let's rub horns. What will we do without UFD? I tell you, the most original cryptocurrency in the history of the world. Cheers. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about the, okay, wait a minute. Oh, wait, I got a lot. You know what? We got more to talk about. Big things. What's one of the biggest? We are doing big things with UFD. I think one of the biggest things that we're doing, one of the best good things that we are doing, absolutely, with UFD, and I'll tell you the reasons why, that it does result in more value being created in this community, is we are addressing there's an epidemic in the world, an epidemic of loneliness, isolation, and we are addressing that. We are giving people all over the world, right? Africa, South America, North America, Antarctica, Alaska, you name it, right? We're giving people all over the world the opportunity to be part of this, okay? From a financial perspective, from a community perspective. And if the financial results come as a result of the community, what we're doing in the community is a massive deal. People are lonely. People come onto UFD. Look, we are a what do you call that? A bisection? I don't know. We're a slice of the world, and a growing slice of the world. But people feel comfortable coming on here and sharing their problems. People come on here and say how it's changed them and how they feel like they belong and have. It's a big deal. that is our focus, and that is awesome. That will result, in my opinion, in better, higher prices. I started laughing. I have a quick funny story for you, because as I was naming off all those places, when we were on spring break, we were playing a game with my family, 6 of my family members, a game where there's a question and everybody has to secretly write down their answer. And the question was, name a country that starts with the letter A. And 4 of the 6 people at the table wrote Alaska. May get you wondering about the gene pool from which I come. Anyway, that's a big deal. And there's a lot of fear, right? There's a lot of fear out there in the world right now. And think about this. A lot of that fear, right, and uncertainty in the general world that's going on right now stems from people not wanting to work together. If the whole world worked together, it wouldn't be such a fearful place, right? We wouldn't have to be afraid. Wouldn't have to be this, like, people trying to stomp on other people. And that's what UFD is doing. It's like, totally, we talk about this all the time, attracting people from all different countries, from all different political parties, from all different races, from all different everything, right? And bringing them together. Guys, that is massive. That is a big deal. And that's something that we are not going to give up on. We will never give up on. We will always work, right? Good attracts good, honesty, integrity. And then I'll promise I'll shut up. Okay. But I'll tell you this, and this really hit me yesterday, and we're doing another spaces here in a little while, but this hit me like a freight train yesterday, that we have such high quality people in this. And that doesn't just mean from education's great, whatever. I just mean very smart, very, very intelligent quality people in that regard. But what's equally as important is that you guys, like you, right? The people that are attracted here are also just good people. I mean, it really is true. Like, people that aren't trying to scam each other. The scammers get weeded out. Unicorn Fart does the self-policing. Okay. All right. I'm going long here. Let's let our horns glow. Okay. If we help just one person, that's a big deal. Let's look at let's get in some doom and gloom and look at what's going on in the world economy, because it's not pretty, but it's the macro environment in which we operate. We'll start here with Bill Ackman is warning of, here it is. Billionaire. This is from the BBC. Billionaire Trump backer warns of quote unquote economic nuclear winter over tariffs. That's Bill Ackman. He's a well-known billionaire investor. He's urged the U.S. president to pause his recently announced trade tariffs or risk, quote, a self-induced economic nuclear winter amid market turmoil. Ackman said the president should take 3 months to allow countries to renegotiate their trading relationships with the United States. Let's go to the next one. It just gets better, folks. The canary is sick. BlackRock's Fink. Okay, this is BlackRock. Let me tell you something quickly. BlackRock is the largest institutional investor in the world. BlackRock put institution in institutional investor. I don't know how many trillions they have, but the CEO, Larry Fink of BlackRock, says that most CEOs he's talking to are telling him that we are already in a recession. Not trying to scare you guys, just giving you the facts as they are, okay? Fink says most CEOs he talks to say the country is already in a recession, and that the 20% market drop in 3 days will have potential ripple effects on clients, and added he still won't rule out another 20% market decline. Couple quick things here that we want to touch on. Yes, the fact that the stock market has gone down 20%, we'll look and see. I know it's going up today. We'll talk about that. That's good. But the fact that it's gone down by 20%, right? All the people out there that aren't like professional investors, normal average people that have 401ks are all looking at their balances. I told you yesterday, I had like 8 of them I've talked to in the last 2 days. People that never really pay that close attention to their investments are like freaking out. Okay. So when there's this big mass number of people who are going to be freaking out, it's called the wealth effect. They're going to pull back on their spending, right? Instead of going out to eat Friday night and spending $150, which is ridiculous, at a mediocre restaurant to feed your family of four, right? They're going to go to Applebee's. Or they're going to go to, they're going to go to Chick-fil-A and spend $30 or $40. Or maybe they'll eat at home. Just a goofy example. The important takeaway here, the reason why we want to pay attention to that is that people are going to spend, it's called the negative or the reverse wealth effect, are going to spend less money. And that will mean the economy could be hurting even more. On top of that, right? On top of that, people are going to be paying much higher prices for a lot of goods because of the tariff situation. The other thing that I want to warn you about, okay, and I don't have a crystal ball, but when it comes to the general markets, people have been, we've been trained that if the market goes down, it always comes right back up. It always is going to explode much higher, right? That's really what we've been trained for the last several decades. Ben Bernanke wrote about that, the head of the Federal Reserve, that I'll just liquidate everything to make people feel like they're rich. Well, it seems like what we've hit right now is a complete paradigm shift, a complete change in that regime, whereby we could see a situation where markets are allowed to kind of just stay where they are or even possibly continue downward. Now, I don't want to be negative. I'm just telling you, smart people are saying this is a whole new regime change, a whole new paradigm shift with what's going on right now. So be prepared, right? Just be mentally prepared, be emotionally prepared, because we could be moving in, and the world is way different now. The world is so different now than it was 20, 30, 40 years ago, right? We have China that we're contending with. There's a lot going on, a lot for us to be following. Don't let it get too overwhelming for you, okay? Let's see what the Treasury Secretary said. This was the good news that came out today. U.S. futures were surging. TSY SEC, that stands for Treasury Secretary. I don't know why they just didn't write it out, but Scott Bessent said the president has maximum negotiating leverage. Man, there's a lot going on right now. And I highlighted this down here. Bessent said, quote, the president has maximum negotiating leverage. Many of our trading partners have not escalated and they will get priority in the queue. I think it was a big mistake, the Chinese escalation, because the Chinese escalated, okay? Politico reports that Bessent is having some success steering the White House tariff messaging away from permanence and toward negotiations after warning Trump of further market losses. So what they're saying here, and this may be a new name to you, but this guy up here, I need to get a new box. Do we have a picture of him? I thought we had a picture of him. Well, maybe we don't. Okay, Scott Bessent. He's the new Treasury Secretary. He took over for Janet Yellen because Trump got rid of Janet Yellen. Remember Janet Yellen? I said I would never show her again. She was the head of the Federal Reserve, and she was a longtime Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen. She's gone. She's been replaced by Scott Bessent. And Bessent is becoming kind of he's the head accountant for the government, right? And he's becoming kind of a mouthpiece. What they're trying to do now is kind of walk back this hard stance a little bit. And Bessent is saying that, we have maximum leverage and, it's a mistake what China did. All I'm telling you, buttercups, dusters, and diamond hooves, and basement dwellers, is that things have changed, okay? Things are different right now. We are in a period of time, not exactly like the 1970s, okay, but very similar, where we're going to be facing a stagnating economy. Wait till you see what our friend Chris Marcus at Arcadia Economics pointed out, but we're going to be facing a stagnant economy, okay, with inflation, stagflation, very similar to the 70s when assets like gold and silver exploded higher. There was no cryptocurrency back then. I put cryptocurrency in that same basket as gold and silver. I think that the next 10 years, possibly, right, could be the decade of joy and happiness for precious metals, but also for the cryptocurrencies. The other situation that's similar-ish to what we're facing right now is post-tech bubble burst. The 2001-2000 tech bubble that burst. Again, cryptos weren't really around back then. They weren't around back then. But these other assets, these alternative, isn't it funny they call things like crypto and gold and silver alternative assets, right? Because, oh my gosh, go figure. They're like the assets of the people. They're like the ones that are outside of the, the Fed funhouse fiat money system that's out there. So it'll be interesting. We got almost 700 people in the basement. Thank you guys for being here. Let's go to see what Arcadia Economics. This was, to me, was downright scary. This came from, again, our friend, what did I do? Chris Marcus. I got to make sure I show his Arcadia Economics, long-term friend of mine, great guy, one of the top analysts in the gold and silver sector. But look at this. There's Trump. And the whole article was about how Trump is strong-arming the Fed into cutting interest rates. But this here is a chart that he put up from the Atlanta Federal Reserve showing, right, okay, the green line showing that the Atlanta Fed now, the GDP now estimate is in negative territory. Okay, this is recession. Let me draw on here real quick. Here's zero economic growth. And as you can see, right, earlier in the year, we were up here in the 3-4%, 2% range. The Atlanta Fed now, right, look at this. Down as low as almost negative 4%. That, my friends, is a recession. And I believe he points that out up above there. So, I mean, that's what's going on there. So it's an interesting situation that we find ourselves in. Let's go out and look at what is happening right now in the markets. We're out here at CNBC. Let's refresh this, get an update. We don't want that. We want the U.S. markets. Hold on here. Quick links. Let's go to U.S. and see what comes up. Okay. Wow. The Dow's up 4%. The S&P up 4%. The NASDAQ up 4%. The Russell 2000 up 3%. Now, this is interesting if we look at this through the lens of Unicorn Fart Test, because the Russell 2000 is the small cap index. So just like how within the crypto world, you've got the Bitcoins and the Solanas, the big guys, the Ethereums, all that stuff. And then the meme coins we're kind of like the small caps of the crypto world. So the fact that we've got major upswing on the big indexes, like again, almost 4% on the S&P, but the Russell is lagging a bit, shows that there's still a bit of a risk-off environment. I wouldn't be surprised if some of let's go out and take a look at UFD's price. The meme coins are still not taking off, but we'll see what's going on. We're at 18 cents. I'm sorry, 18 million market cap. And we're moving up. We're number 760, baby. Don't forget, right? I'm going to highlight this right here. You can see in the upper left corner of the screen, we are ranked number 760 out of all 10,400 active cryptocurrencies. I can't get enough of that. All right. So we're doing well. We're hanging in there. We'll see what the rest of the week brings, right? What we're doing that's more important than the price of the coins is we are continuing as a community, right, to support this, to come up with new ideas. By the way, guys, there's a member of the community who is proposing, and I want to get your feedback on this, the possibility of starting a new Twitter account, which would be like just purely for UFD, a home for UFD. This guy's worked on big projects in the past, even some things with Snoop Dogg and some other, big artists, and has had great success. And part of me feels like it might be a good idea. We have the Ron's Basement that a lot of you are tuned into right now, X account. But do you think, or is it a mistake? Should we think about starting a new X account, which is just for UFD? You can send me an email and let me know your thoughts on that. Look, I think eventually, well, not eventually, really from day one, UFD was bigger than me. I'm the whatever, the face, the celebrity. I'm the celebrity behind Unicorn Fart Dust. Right? We don't have a celebrity. We didn't have any KOLs. We didn't have any venture capital firms giving us $10 million. We had you, right? And this celebrity. So I've always said UFD is bigger than just me, and that I want what's best for UFD, obviously. So I'm open to anything. You guys have created this organically, come up with these great ideas. So let me know. Okay. All right, guys, let's go. Couple quick. We're gonna do the duster of the day, but let's just look at this quick headline, because this is more interesting news for. And I was shocked by one of these stats. But what does it mean when the Binance founder has been appointed to the Pakistan Crypto Council's? He's a strategic advisor. It's the guy CZ. I didn't realize this. Pakistan has limitless potential with 240 million people, right? Including 60% under the age of 30. And that's CZ. I mean, I didn't realize Pakistan was that big of a powerhouse. 240 million people. Did you know that? But again, what's important here is we've got CZ, who is now who's been appointed to be part of their strategic. I mean, the world is moving towards DeFi, decentralized finance. I know what that means now, DeFi. And I know what it really means, right? Decentralized, independent, democratized finance. It's happening on a worldwide basis, right? And when we have countries like Pakistan bringing in people like CZ, it's just further proof that this is real and that it's happening, right? And that's what gets me. I'm so excited about UFD. I was walking down the steps yesterday and it just hit me. I'm like, what, UFD, and there's 10 million meme coins. No, there's one UFD. We have stats like we just looked at, right? We're in the top 8% of all cryptocurrencies on coin market cap, right? And there's only one UFD. There's only one, period. Right? It's an exciting prospect as we move forward in how strong we have been in the last 3.5 months, how strong you have been. Guys, we have survived where 99.9999% of the other cryptocurrencies, and I like to call us a cryptocurrency because we are a cryptocurrency, have failed, have gone away. We've remained robust. This community, this is real. That's how I feel about it. Don't make any financial decisions. Always be responsible, please. But that's how I feel about it, day after day. And I can't just rely on how I feel about it. I have to look at the facts. And the facts are that you guys keep showing up. We keep making this special. Let's go look at the duster of the day. But first, I do want to say thank you. I mentioned channel sponsor Ledger, right? The leader in hardware wallet technology, right? Security is important. Please learn from me. Learn from my mistakes. Please think about security before something happens. And I love my Ledger Flex. I love the Ledger Live app. And this morning I was learning about this Ledger Recover service they have, right? Which is an option for people. I mean, that situation in Los Angeles, I mean, I didn't even think about that. All these people in Los Angeles, they lost, right? Some of them lost their crypto because their seed phrases were destroyed in those devastating fires. And of course, right, let's thank MoonPay. Why don't you guys go out there today, put a tweet out and put @MoonPay. Tell them thank you, right? Without MoonPay, I'm not here. MoonPay and millions of people around the world, not just me, millions of people around the world are here right now, are in crypto because of the superb service that MoonPay provides. They're the on-ramp. They allow you to convert your fiat, your paper, right, your whatever, right? They're in 180 countries, last I heard. They allow you to convert your fiat into crypto. That's what I did. I was sitting down here. I bought a half a Solana, I think it was. That's when Solana was like $220. Right. So I converted fiat into Solana, and that started me on this journey, which got us to where we are today. I almost didn't do it. I don't know if you remember that part of the story, guys, but when I was sitting right over there creating, I was involved in some very deep development work, making unicorn fart dust. Right? Watching a YouTube video about how to make a meme coin on Pump Fun. And I got about halfway through and I'm like, this is going to cost me $100. Right? And I almost stopped. And I did stop for a little bit. And then maybe it was you. Maybe I should blame you for this. Something came into my mind like, no, just do it. Just do it. Anyhow, to get back to that, MoonPay, right? You know, they have sterling reputation, great customer service, right? Keith Grossman, Ivan, the CEO, these people are highly respected, and it's a big deal. And I say this with the utmost gratitude that they're sponsoring Ron's Basement, allowing me to be down here, allowing us to get together. So please support our sponsors, MoonPay, Ledger. Don't forget, Ledger's got the Monopoly Bitcoin bundle deal. You can go, there's a link to that in the description of this. I think it's actually, there's a, what do you call that? A pinned tweet on my X profile. You can check that out there as well. They got a neat deal going on with the Bitcoin branded Ledger Flex, and you get the game, right? The Monopoly game, which is cool. I did an unboxing of it a few days ago. And DirtyMan SAFE, don't forget, right? Look, anybody in the Los Angeles fires that had their gold, their silver, maybe their crypto seed phrases buried, right, in the DirtyMan SAFE, this thing, I showed it for those of you who just came on, watch the replay, right? This gets buried in your ground. There's the code RON10 to save yourself some money on it. We're safe and sound. Let's do Duster of the Day. Today we've got a special Duster of the Day, Richo Andy. And we got a little something he's going to read. Then we're going to have some fun because we love to have our fun. And let's make sure we got this on here. All right, guys. Today's Duster of the Day is Mr. Richo Andy. He's a UFD. Look at his description. He's just simply a UFD maxi. Okay. When was this? Wow. Hold on here. See, and this is what he's doing. He's spreading the dust. So he reposted what Connector said. For those reasons, and because our community is tireless, unicorn fart dust will finally dominate them all. So this was, okay. This was, let's see what Ez the Duster had to say. Okay. Hold on here. We're still in the top 10 for social dominance amongst all meme coins. All meme coins. Our stats are strong. We're up to 0.4% social dominance, 265,000 engagements. Think about that, guys. And 3,000 to 3,200 mentions since yesterday. We've moved back 2 spots from 7th to 9th, but we can climb higher for the top 3. Okay? I mean, we continue. We absolutely continue to keep doing that. But this is about Rico. Sorry. He's the Duster of the Day. Constantly working, helping spread the dust. A bunch of people recommended to me that we make him Duster of the Day. So congratulations, Rico. And I want to read to you, the community, something that Rico sent to us. He said, OMG, hey, Ron, I'm honored to be nominated as the Duster of the Day. Just like you, I was introduced to crypto back in 2024. It's so unique about our community. We've got a lot of long-term OG crypto people. Awesome. That's great. We got a lot of young people, old people, but we got a lot of new people that came into crypto. At first, I mainly traded utility altcoins. Fast forward a few months, I came across Murad's Token 2049 talk about the meme super cycle. That's when I started searching for that coin, until I found unicorn fart dust. I feel like UFD and the Duster community are the perfect embodiment of this thesis. A cult-like diehard community that is relentless and will not quit. I'm a proud UFD maxi. I'm heavily invested in UFD and will continue holding my beans. The price action might not be ideal at the moment, but I remain extremely bullish, and I truly believe we'll hit a multi-billion market cap this year. Tell upstairs Susie I say hi. Cheers, Rico. Well, Rico, guess what? Hold on one second here, Rico. Congratulations. You are the duster of the day, but we're going to see if we can get a hold of upstairs Susie. She's been kind of quiet. We'll see if we can get her to say congratulations to Rico. Upstairs Susie, are you there? Over?
I'm here. Over.
You've been awful quiet today, sweetheart. The first lady of Unicorn Fart Dust. Are you doing okay?
I'm doing fine. I'm just drinking my coffee and listening to you, my dear hubby.
Okay. Would you like to please tell Rico congratulations on being the duster of the day?
Yes, I've chatted actually on both YouTube and X. So big congrats to you, Rico, or Rico, I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
Well done. Over.
All right. Thank you, sweetheart. We love you. Over. We say over to each other so we're done speaking. Rico, congratulations. All seriousness. This community doesn't happen without the involvement of you. Okay, you. So here's your golden horn. We're all going to fit it on you nicely today. All right, guys, this doesn't happen. This is the early stages. I want you to think about something. Right? We can. I don't have a crystal ball. Be responsible, but we can be as big as anybody else. There's nothing stopping us, right? I'll give you an example. Early on in this process, when I learned that there's only 999 million. Oh, look at Chef. You guys see Chef, the pudgy penguins? He's our favorite. Anyway, 999 million beans in the jar, right? I was asking all the top people, and everybody said the same thing. This is an example of how big we can get. I said, is there anything stopping Unicorn Fart Dust from becoming, it used to be Dogecoin. I was as big as Dogecoin because at the time they had a $56 million market cap. Everybody answered me the same way. They said, Ronnie, guess what? There ain't nothing stopping Unicorn Fart Dust. Nothing stopping Unicorn Fart Dust from becoming as big as anyone else, right? In the situation that we've been through, painful, right? Painful for the entire crypto sector, but it's made us stronger. And what's interesting, the reason why we can see the silver lining in what's going on is simply the fact that this has happened to every cryptocurrency that became wildly successful. Examples like XRP, Bitcoin, okay? And the reality is, and I'm not putting Bitcoin down, not at all, right? But the reality is, and Jack Dorsey brought that up in an article we talked about yesterday, like we are very similar. What we're doing, what you guys are doing, we're so different, right? All these cryptos, all the cryptos that came along after Bitcoin were different from Bitcoin. A lot of them I don't know how to put this into words, but it got kind of polluted with big money, right? Venture capital and greed and a lot of all that. Like you think of Bitcoin, this pure thing that was created. And then a lot of these other crypto, millions of them that got created afterwards with venture capital money, with influencers and the meme coin sector, with all this, those are all dirty, right? And then up there on top, we've got Unicorn Fart Dust that showed up. Clean, baby. We're the cleanest fart in the house. We're the cleanest. We're pure. It's simple. There was no money behind us. I put $100. I put half a Solana into this. We didn't have a big marketing. We didn't have a big celebrity endorser. We didn't have a guy who was going to be elected president in 2 days behind this. Like we are the pure, right? And I believe we are a lot like Bitcoin. I know that's I get kind of lambasted for saying that, but nobody can prove me wrong. I'm sorry, right? What you guys are doing, what we are doing right now is so special in that regard. and the fact that we have this limited number of beans. Dogecoin, from what I understand, right, the king, in much respect, they can print unlimited. I don't know if it's unlimited. I take that back. But they're making more Dogecoin every year. It's diluted. There aren't any more coins being made. Okay, old chef, he's sitting on top. He's not letting any more coins being made. Day by day by day, we were talking about this yesterday. Okay, look, to me, this is one of the most exciting things about what's going on with UFD right now, is that day by day, and we've only been at this, like 115 days? It's not that long, 3.5 months. It's bizarre what you guys have done to my brain. It feels like it's been 30 years in a good way, but it's only been, guys, 3.5 months. Okay. And day by day by day, as time goes by and we keep showing up and we keep forging this community, it really is true. It really is true, right? We get more and more long-term holders, diamond hoof dusters. And eventually, right, like, look, let's be real, right? We're not going to have every single bean, but as this level of diamond hoof dusters goes up and up and up and up, and the jug can't get any bigger, there's going to be a bean shortage. And eventually we could essentially have what we like to call a beanopoly, right? And when there's a shortage, I mean, we're doing this right now. We've been doing it from day one in difficult circumstances. I picked the best day in the world to start Unicorn Fart Dust. It was like the peak of the crypto world. It's the day that Bitcoin hit $108,000, okay? We have been sailing into the wind, swimming against the current, facing unbelievable obstacles. I mean, everybody has said it. Like, you guys have faced everything, right? We've faced this massive dilution of millions and millions of other coins. We've survived, right? We took a hit from a major hack. When they hacked and stole 6.6 million UFD beans, we survived. Our Twitter got hacked early on. We survived. Guys, we're going to survive, right? The fact that we've gone up against insurmountable obstacles and gotten to where we are today is a big, big deal. It shows that we're here to stay. Do you feel like we're here to stay? Right? I'm here right now, right? You're here right now, right? We know that what this is a special situation. We know that it's a fair and level playing field, open to everybody all over the world. It's the blockchain. Everything is recorded. Everything is transparent, period. It's a very unique opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to define what value really is, and we're doing it every single day. Thanks for being part of this journey. Please don't forget, support our sponsors, Ledger and MoonPay. Let's focus on our friends at MoonPay today. At MoonPay, tell them thank you. Okay, thank you for being here. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, take it easy. Be good to yourself. Bye-bye.